What is a vegan lifestyle and why does it matter? Diet excluding animals and animal byproducts. Helping to eliminate the needless suffering of animals. Advocating more ethical business practices. A lot of people are unclear about veganism and what it stands for. Many of us have an idea in our minds about what it could mean. Does it mean becoming militant about animal rights and lecturing the people closest to us about their unethical food choices? Does it mean living a more peaceful lifestyle that is automatically more healthy because we are supposed to be eating more fruits and vegetables and less of the red meat that has been linked with heart disease? Does it mean cutting out every single food associated with animals, or just some? Maybe these questions can seem silly. Maybe these questions can seem silly, but they are valid. A vegan lifestyle is something that is often unfamiliar to people, and so it is natural to wonder about it. This book will help to guide you through all the questions you may have and provide tools and resources for those questions the guide may not address. Chances are if you have asked, someone else out there has as well, and has found the answers you are looking for. But let's start with the basics. A vegan lifestyle is one in which the person undertaking it is conscientious about the origins of the products they use and the foods that they eat. A vegan views the world with a particular passion to be as animal-friendly as possible. The unfortunate truth about the world is that some practices utilized in order to feed the masses are inhumane and can cause needless suffering to animals. Vegans aim to try and stop that suffering by refusing to support the industries that allow it to exist in the first place. A vegan who is living the vegan lifestyle. For example, a vegan who is living the vegan lifestyle will likely do a lot of research before purchasing any products. They will most likely want to know where the product's origin is located and ensure that no living creature was needlessly harmed or suffered for the making of the product. They want to live with a clear conscience. Many vegans are also humanitarians, who will go as far as researching their clothing and coffee to make sure that the businesses they support are not causing harm to less fortunate people or communities. How far you take your lifestyle is up to you, but ignorance is a choice that can be difficult to live with. Vegans do not eat meat at all. To answer a few other questions, vegans do not eat meat at all. They also do not eat any byproducts of animals. Animal byproducts are foods that are produced with animals involved, such as milk, cheese, eggs, and other dairy items. They choose not to use animal byproducts because practices can often be cruel. Take the egg industry, for instance. When the baby chicks are born, they are sorted into categories of male and female. The female chicks are taken to farms, where they are often fed growth. One of the things most vegans dread hearing is the question, if you don't eat meat, how in the world do you get enough protein? For some reason, the rest of the world seems to forget that there are such things as plant proteins. While they may at times seem to build more lean muscle, there are actually bodybuilders who succeed on a vegan diet and look just as ripped as bodybuilders who swear by eating a ton of meat. If you are a vegan, there are hundreds of options for you to get protein. There are the recommended dosages of fruits and vegetables, and even some protein powders that can be incorporated easily into your diet on a daily basis. A lot of people assume in advance that vegans are uppity and moralistic. However, a lot of people assume in advance that vegans are uppity and moralistic, and look down on anyone who doesn't understand or follow their vegan lifestyle. So rather than meeting this question with annoyance, it can be helpful to try to maintain a patient and helpful approach to people who are trying to understand the way you live. Maybe they have considered a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle for themselves but simply don't see how it is possible. If that is the case, then meeting their innocent inquirers with hostility can really dampen the spirits. If somebody comes up and asks you how you get enough protein on a vegan diet, you can either be vague and say that you take supplements or eat the proper fruits or vegetables, or go into great detail. Soy protein is an option for vegans. Tofu, leafy green vegetables like kale and spinach, and several other leafy greens can provide a regular source of protein to our bodies. A lot of people are afraid of the things that they don't understand. And because of this it can be very difficult for them to wrap their heads around new ideas. While it can be frustrating at times to meet the same questions over and over again, the protein question is one that can easily be met with patience. A lot of the time it is asked out of genuine concern. How can you possibly be healthy not eating meat? We are programmed very early on to believe that meat is the best thing for us. We are promised to grow big and strong if we eat what is given to us without question. So if someone is asking you how you get the protein, sometimes what they are really asking is, how can I be sure that you, as someone I care about, are as healthy as you should be based on this unconventional diet choice? If you meet the protein question with that attitude in mind, it may make it less frustrating to hear it on a regular basis. But if it still annoys you, another option is pasting on a smile and telling the person asking that your health is your concern and you are doing everything you need to do to maintain it. That might just be good enough. The importance of B12 while living a vegan lifestyle. A vegan lifestyle is not without its risks. Some people might approach it with the attitude that cutting animals out of their diets and calling it a day is good enough. However, there are some unfortunate differences that can result when we make a change like cutting out animal proteins from our diets. Source of B vitamins. One particularly important thing to consider is a source of B vitamins. B vitamins are important. Without enough of them, we can begin to feel sluggish and depressed, lack in energy, find it difficult to concentrate and focus on things that are important to us, or even cause ourselves nervous system damage or anemia. B12 in particular is difficult for vegans. B12 in particular is difficult for vegans to obtain because there are not a lot of vegan-approved sources of this vitamin. If you are choosing to go vegan, this is a very important vitamin to consider. You will have to go out of your way to make sure that you are eating foods that are fortified in B12. Unfortunately, this is a vitamin that is specifically found in foods that are vegan unfriendly. Without enough B12 in your system, the damages you experience can range from heart issues to complications with pregnancies. It is very important to know this before you even begin so that you are not depriving your body of such an important vitamin. You can take supplements daily if you are not able to get foods that are fortified, but make sure you are getting at least 10 milligrams daily. You can also consider eating foods that will help your body to absorb the vitamin B12. You can also consider eating foods that will help your body to absorb the vitamin B12 better, since it is going to be a resource that is particularly lacking in your diet, so it is extra important that you are able to absorb it easily. For example, if you are already suffering from anemia, it can make it difficult for your body to absorb vitamin B12. It's important that you are eating foods rich in iron and taking them with vitamin C, which will help your body to absorb the iron to combat the anemia, ultimately helping your body to process vitamin B12 more effectively. Every choice we make is important. If there is one thing you will learn as you embark upon a journey of veganism, it's that everything that you put into your body counts. Every choice we make is important and can have an impact, both on our health and on the world around us. We can choose to eat foods that will nourish us and provide us with the comfort we need in knowing we have made ethical and healthy choices that we can be proud of, or we can choose to look the other way. But living in ignorance does not work for everybody. The more you know about your vegan lifestyle, the less likely you will be in making a mistake that could be costly to your health. So make sure that you are eating foods that have been fortified with vitamin B12 and pay attention to your food choices. Greater than you can proceed to watch another part of these videos, and if you like this video, you can either like, share or subscribe to our channel to bring healthy diets to you less than.